This is the OpenSource.club, a free St. Louis-focused knowledge share podcast. Through industry experts, entrepreneurs, personal stories, and more, we provide the information you need to achieve and thrive. Always visit our website, theopensource.club, for more details. Contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. U.S. Army Sergeant Robert Jake Curtis is an Iraq War veteran. After 9/11, he wanted to do his part, so he volunteered and joined the 1st Infantry Division. His unit was stationed in Samarra, and he did see combat. To relieve the stress, he taught himself how to play the blues. Today, he works as a Jeff Barracks counselor and plays the blues all over the city. I'm your host, Dick Hewlett, and this is We Salute by the Open Source. This episode is sponsored by the Operating Engineers Local 513. Go to www.iuoe513.org and learn about their Helmets to Hard Hats military veterans hiring program. You're listening to We Salute by the Open Source. For more shows like this one, go to www.theopensource.club. Add your email to the podcast subscription window and receive new shows in your inbox. Jake Curtis, welcome to the Open Source.
Hello.
Hey, it's good to have you here. Hey, listen, let's get right to it. You volunteered for the Army right after the 9/11 bombing of New York's World Trade Center. That was back in 2001. Give me a sense of what you were feeling at that time.
Well, I was already in the National Guard at that time. So I'd been in the National Guard since after high school in 1996. So when September 11th happened, I was thinking I was going to get called up out of the National Guard, and like get sent somewhere, but it never happened. I got called up and they had me guard like a power plant for a while, and they sent me to Germany to like guard a housing area while the first Infantry Division out of Germany was sent to Afghanistan. And I was like, okay, this is not really what I signed up for. So then I just went down to the recruiter and joined the regular Army, and then got sent over. And then, just like you said, in September 11th, and got sent over to Iraq with the regular Army at that point.
And then everything changed. How old were you then?
I joined when I was 18 in the Guard, but by the time I got to active duty, I was like 26 years old.
You saw a lot of combat. What was that like?
I didn't see any like heavy combat like you would think of like in Vietnam and World War II and stuff. I mean, it was a lot different. But what I saw mostly was, while we were traveling back and forth on convoys and things of that nature. And for me, it was just frustrating because there was nothing you could do. It was just you're being attacked while you were traveling. It was roadside bombs, people shooting at you from places you can't see them. It was just this fear of the unknown, wondering what's going to happen. And if something does happen, it's going to come from somebody I can't even see.
That's got to be incredibly stressful too.
Yeah, I would have been better off if I thought we were, I guess, fine growing as a child watching John Wayne movies that, it'd be good guys versus bad guys. The bad guys got a uniform on and I can see what they look like, and that's, a clear and defined mission. This was nothing like that at all.
Well, I have it on good authority that to relieve that stress, you taught yourself how to play the blues. What's the underlying story of that?
Well, I was always a music geek and music nerd, but I never had the time, for that matter, really any extra cash to like get a guitar and spend it, playing music. But when I was in Iraq, like we had, either you were working like 2-3 days straight or 24-hour shifts, or you'd have a lot of downtime in between missions and things of that nature. So I went to this like what they call like a bazaar. They call it like the Haji shop or whatever. And they would have all these weird, stuff from like, most of it was like bootleg movies, but everything was like, it was all fake stuff. But you would find they'd bring stuff from like Russia or just really low grade materials. And they had a guitar in there. acoustic guitar, So I grabbed it and checked it out. Man, it was a terrible guitar. I mean, it had action. It was real high. I mean, you could put your hand between the strings and the fretboard. So, I mean, but I grabbed it. It wasn't very much money, and I had the money at the time, and tried to tune it and play it, but that wasn't going to happen. So we got the idea to just tune it to an open tuning and play slide on it, and I mean, I loved the blues growing up and stuff like that, but it was right then and there when I figured out that sound. You know what I mean? That connection between just not an acoustic guitar and the slide and nothing really available but that to make sounds on. It kind of connected me to like some of the Delta styles and things of that nature, because I mean, that's what they were using. Guitars that were not very nice, they made them work.
That's the blues. So you had an opportunity to practice a little bit there, and you became pretty darn good. And you're shipped to Germany, and you actually start performing before real audiences. What was that like?
It was amazing. I mean, I was lucky enough that when we went stationed in Germany, they had lots of Irish pubs and things of that nature who they liked American acts. And, I had one in the town I was stationed in, and I would go to, I went in there and played a few gigs from time to time, and I would make really good money doing it. And, I mean, I really cut my teeth with live audiences and things of that nature, just learning how to, hold their attention and, getting way more attention than I deserved, because I mean, it was still pretty new to that back then, but it was, it was a really good opportunity.
What a great story. So we'll fast forward a little bit, and you're back in St. Louis, and by day you work at Jeff Barracks, and then you have a 3-member band that performs all over town. Tell us about the band.
Yeah, the band is the Jake Curtis Blues Band. It consists of myself, then Dylan Roussel on bass, and Juan Abear on drums. And we kind of fell together a few years ago, and back in September, we won the Road to Memphis Blues Challenge here in St. Louis. It's put on by the St. Louis Blues Society. Then we got to go represent the city of St. Louis in international competition in Memphis, Tennessee. So we got to go do that. That was really fun. That was in January. We performed there on Beale Street. So that was a dream come true. Got to check that off the old bucket list. And then came back. And the good thing about that was with that competition, and then in the time between, so that was in September, and then the competition itself was in January. So we played lots and lots of gigs and really get sharp and tight. And record an album and everything of that nature. And then now we're still together, and we're moving forward as fast as we can. And, we've got a lot of experience under our belt now, and we enjoy it. We play a lot of like Hammerstones and stuff in Soulard mostly. And I would say that Hammerstones considered our home base, because it's kind of where we all got it, where it all started at. And, that's what we're doing. We're just trying to invent new ways to play live music in front of social distancing crowds, and doing, just trying to figure out the new normal in that respect right now.
You, my friend, are the real deal. We're going to take a break right now, and when we come back, let's hear some of it. We'll hear the Jake Curtis Blues Band after this.
Local 513 provides Earn While You Learn Department of Labor certified training. Go to IUOE513.org for details. Progressive and diversified, the Operating Engineers Local 513 works to deliver strong middle-class wages and benefits. Learn more about solidifying your future at IUOE513.org.
a secret, baby, let me whisper in your ear. Tell you a secret, baby, let me whisper in your ear. Lose my cool around you, start to sweat when you come near. I can see you, baby, got your sweater on, oh so tight. I can see you, baby, you got your sweater on, it's oh so tight. You walk around my head, those jeans that fit just right. Early in the morning, before the sun starts to rise. Early in the morning, before the sun it starts to rise. You're knocking me out, baby, with those American thighs. I've got a mojo hand, you know I've got a black cat bone. I got a mojo hand, you know what, baby, I got a black cat bone. Baby went to Chicago, she's breaking up a happy home.
That's the Jake Curtis Blues Band, and we're talking to Jake on the phone right now. The roots of this music, Jake, have to come from somewhere. Who are your idols?
Well, growing up, I mean, my idols were like Eric Clapton and all like the British blues guys I kind of fell into. And I listened to a lot of classic rock stuff from my dad and that nature. But, you know, then I kind of fell into like Jimmy Rogers, and as I started discovering I kind of like, got an Eric Clapton as a kid. So then I started looking and finding his influences and all the, B.B. King, Freddie King, Albert King, those guys are all there. Still to this day, probably my biggest influence would be like B.B. King and Albert King, Jimmy Rogers, those guys.
Well, tell our audience how they can find more of your music. Where do they find it?
Well, if you just put Jake Curtis Blues Band into Google, it's going to come up. We're on Apple Music. We're on Spotify. We're on any of those streaming services. We're on YouTube. We have a YouTube profile where you can listen to the album re-recorded, as well as there's a lot of live performances and things on there. Yeah, we're real easy to find. And I have a website, jakecurtismusic.com.
That was my next question. How do people get a hold of you?
Easily, but if you really want to get a hold of me, Jake Curtis Blues Band on Facebook.
Perfect.
That's the best way.
And I'll tell you what, we'll post those links to those tunes and to the website on our website as well. And Jake, listen, I want to thank you for your time and for your service. It's a great story. And as we close out, I'll play some more of your music. I'll let you introduce yourself here with the Jake Curtis Blues Band. What are we going to hear?
This song here is called What Am I Supposed to Do? It's a traditional B.B. King style blues where I'm telling a story about a woman,
Jake, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
I supposed to do? When all I want is to make love to you. What am I supposed to do? When all I want is to make love to you. Cause every time I drive by your house, you have the nerve to tell me that we're through. Your mama late last night. She said, boy, you know you're living in a dream. You know I called your mama late last night. She said, boy, you know you're living in a dream. Why you sitting here talking to me? Your baby girl, she's out running around with every man that she sees. What am I supposed to do? When all I want is to make love to you. What am I supposed to do? When all I want is to make love to you. Cause every time I come by your house, oh, you have the nerve to tell me that we're through. Late last night, you know you was acting like you didn't know my name. I saw you at the bar last night. You were sitting there acting like you didn't know my name. So I just started to pick a fight. You know that police car will never be the same. What am I supposed to do when all I want is to make love to you? am I supposed to do? When all I want is to make love to you. 'Cause every time I break into your house, oh, you have the nerve to tell me we're through.
The Jake Curtis Blues Band, and if you like more shows like this one, go to www.theopensource.club. Add your email address to the podcast subscription window and get new content in your inbox. I'm your host, Dick Hewlett, and you've been listening to We Salute by The Open Source, sponsored by the Operating Engineers Local 513. To learn about their military veterans hiring program, go to www.iuoe513.org. Thank you for listening to the OpenSource.club podcast. Become a subscriber through RSS or YouTube. There's more to come that you won't want to miss. Our name is our web address, theopensource.club.